What's going on, everybody? AOJ front and center for you guys with the boys at NAHA to come at you guys with another tobacco review. The brand that we're doing it on is Nirvana's Super Shisha, and this particular flavor is Citrus OD. We got this from Bassam over at medwalk.com. Straight into the color, the cut, the texture. Pretty much natural in color. Texture is that nice, fine chopped up leaf, almost very similar to pipe tobacco. As far as the juice, fairly juicy. As far as the smell goes, the more predominant flavoring that I'm getting based off my nose is that sweet, that nice sweet tanginess of an orange, a citrus sour flavoring from a lemon, and possibly a light pink grapefruit type aroma. That's based off my personal opinion, with that pink grapefruit at least. But we got this loaded up all in the same setups, which is a regular style funnel bowl, the cloud lotus, coconut charcoals, regular standard Egyptian hookahs, tap water in the base, and regular hookah hoses. As far as the flavor strength goes, we'll start off with Canadian Shisha.
Thanks, Jay. This is Canadian Shisha, and this is my portion of the review. As you guys can see, this has really good cloud output. Originally, when I opened up the package and I smelled it, it smelled like a candied lemon, kind of a really sweet lemon. But now that I'm smoking it, it actually tastes a lot more natural to me, more like a NAHA miso lemon. It's very, very similar to that if you've smoked that before. To me, I'm a huge lemon and citrus fan, but for me, all I'm picking up in this is a lemon. I'm not really picking up a whole lot of orange or anything like that. I am getting a little bit of grapefruit, though. I will give it that. So lemon and grapefruit is kind of what I'm picking up out of it as far as a mix goes. For me, I'm a huge fan. I'm going to give this an all-in-all rating of probably an 8 out of 10. It's a high rating, but for me, it's one of the more bold Nirvana Super Shisha flavors that I've smoked. I have smoked a lot, and I'm finding with the new cut and the new tobacco they're using, you're getting more prominent flavors every time. So I am happy that they went with American tobacco, and they're sticking with that. So I'll take one more cloud here for you guys. Anyways, guys, it's been Canadian Shisha. I give it an 8 out of 10. And up next is Smoker Pass.
Thank you, Canadian Shisha. How's it going, everybody? It's Smoker Pass, and it's time for me to give you my take on Citrus OD. Alright, so Citrus OD, definitely once you smell this, you'll know it's an overdose of citrus. Right off the bat, I was pulling kind of an orange zest, kind of an orange peel, and then this tartness. And I feel like this tartness, kind of sour, is coming from a lemon-lime mix, but I could also picture it just being kind of a couple splashes of some grapefruit on top of this. But that's pretty much what I'm getting from this. And one thing I'll note, this compared to the last Nirvana that I had, Apple Explosion, this was a little bit dry for me. I noticed it, and I took out both bags just to test them out, but there's definitely a lot more juice in the Apple Explosion compared to the Citrus OD, and I'll point out something from this flavor of the smoke. Alright. So, I still love the new formula for the thick clouds and the longevity of the flavor, because the flavor that I'm getting out of this definitely lasts throughout the bowl. But I don't like this flavor too much. It's a little dry for me, and I don't know if that's still coming from it not really being as juicy as my other one, but it's very dry. It kind of feels like the sour may be causing that dryness, or maybe too much of an orange. It's definitely a warm smoke for me, so it's not going to be in my top picks. overall rating for me is going to be a 6 out of 10. But now, I'm going to go ahead and pass it to the hookah enthusiast, Mike. Catch you guys later.
Thank you, Smoker Pass. What's up, guys? It's Mike here for you, giving you my take on Nirvana Super Shisha Citrus OD. So I'm going to take a few pulls and see what we have. Hopefully you can tell, nice big thick Nirvana clouds, always going to be the case when you're smoking Nirvana. As far as the flavor, pretty simple flavor, actually. A predominant orange flavor. Orange on the inhale and then pops on the exhale, and you're getting a nice smooth mellow orange. And because it's such a nice smooth mellow orange, to me, it's not overly candied, it's not overly natural. It's got elements of both a natural orange and a candied orange, so it just makes it nice and smooth for me. And because of that, a lot of times with citrus flavors you get a bit of a throat tickle, and is generally the case when the citrus is more on the natural side. With this being right there in the middle, it makes a perfect mellow smooth smoke, and you're not getting a throat tickle, which I highly enjoy. Personally, for me, that enables me to smoke a citrus flavor for a longer period of time, and with this I go my standard 2 rounds of Coles, and it doesn't lose much flavor at all. The flavor strength's right around a 7.5, 8 out of a 10, so right there at that moderate level, that really makes for an enjoyable smoke for myself. As far as my overall rating, I really like what Nirvana has been doing with their new line of tobacco, getting rid of the dyes, making the cut a little finer, makes it for a nice, easy packing, and it just seems like it's better than it was the last time around. So with all that in mind, my overall rating for Citrus OD is going to be a 9 for 10. And up next, MG Hookah.
Thanks a lot, Mike. It's MG Hookah here to give you guys my take on Nirvana Super Shisha's Citrus OD. So as you can see, they're 45 minutes to an hour into the session. The clouds are very thick, dense, and white. Again, with Nirvana, cloud production will never be a problem. You always get extremely thick smoke. So as far as that goes, no surprise there. But as far as the taste, it's a really nice, natural, sweet-tasting orange. There's no bitterness to it, which I do personally like. I don't like a lot of bitterness to my flavors for this one. I do like the fact that it's a very nice, sweet, natural orange, and there's no bitterness to it at all. But overall, it's a very solid orange flavor. I'm not getting a lot of other citrus tones to it personally. So for me, it's just more of a straightforward orange flavor, but it's a very, very good one. But yeah, this is pretty straightforward for me. It's a very nice, sweet-tasting, natural orange flavor to me. There's no bitterness, like I said. It's just a very solid, natural, sweet-tasting orange. It's very, very good. Again, if you want something that's going to give you a little bit more of a punch and give you a little bit of a buzz, make it a really nice, relaxing smoke, this is definitely a really solid flavor. So for me, I'm definitely going to have to give it a solid 8 out of 10. And the Hookah Demon is up next.
Thanks a lot, MG Hookah. I am the Hookah Demon, and here is my take on Nirvana Super Shisha Citrus OD. Now, when you smell it, it smells a lot like orange. I'm not sure if there's like a mix of other citruses in there, but to me it smells a lot like just orange to me. Kind of like a creamy orange. So that's why you want to smell it. Let's see if I get that when I taste it. Now this is probably one of my top favorite orange flavors I've ever smoked before. I am getting exactly what I'm smelling. It is a very, very smooth and creamy orange flavor, and it's got just the right kick to it to where it makes me want to keep smoking it, and I really do enjoy this flavor a lot. I do like citrus flavors, and orange is probably one of my top flavors, and the fact that it's creamy too just bumps it up real high on my list. As you saw, it's got really good clouds, and as far as the longevity goes, I had this on a smaller bowl, and it lasted about 2 to 3 rounds of coals. So yeah, pretty good on heat. So my overall rating for Citrus OD, I'm going to have to give it 9 out of 10 just because I love how smooth it is and I love how citrusy it is. And I'm not getting like a cleaning product sort of flavor to it. So yeah, 9 out of 10 for me. I got Dragonfly Mike up next for you guys.
Thank you very much, Hookah Demon. It's Dragonfly Mike 77 and on with the review. Let me pop into some clouds. I will say what I've noticed with the new revamped Super Shisha is I feel like the cloud production is a lot better. I think the clouds are a lot smoother and the smoke is a lot smoother as well. When it comes to the flavor of Citrus OD, orange. I definitely pick up a strong orange flavor. The thing that I noticed is I think the reason it's so smooth is it might have a hint of a cooling effect to it. Now I feel like I'm one of the only ones that kind of got that. But I feel because it's so smooth, it's almost cooling, which is pretty nice. I'm not normally a big orange guy, but I actually kind of enjoy Citrus OD. So my overall rating for this is a 7 out of 10. It's not higher because, again, I'm not real big into orange, but I think it's a solid orange flavor. If you're a fan of Alfacher Orange, you're going to love Citrus OD. I think that's all I got, and back to you, AOJ.
Well, there you guys go. Everybody's opinion on Nirvana's Super Shisha Citrus OD besides my own. So I'm going to show you guys a couple clouds and evaluate the flavor. So once again, big white puffy clouds. Initially when I first smelled this flavor, I thought there was going to be a lot more lemon than I'm actually tasting, and a little bit of a pink grapefruit aspect mixed with that orange. But now that I am smoking it, and I have been smoking it, I'm getting more of a natural orange flavoring rather than those 3 elements combined. It's just more solely an orange flavoring, more on the natural side rather than the artificial side. And based off my personal opinion, I prefer more of that artificial, tangy, sweeter orange flavoring. But this is still a good orange flavoring. It's just based off my personal opinion. Once again, I prefer that sweeter orange. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and rate it a 7. And the group rating would be a 7.5. If you guys want to find Nirvana's Super Shisha, you can find this over at medwalk.com or 5starhookah.com. So there you have it, guys. NAHA's review on Nirvana's Super Shisha Citrus OD. We'll see you guys later.